Hey, Trisha. All right, let's get started on your second workout. The first thing is transverse lunges. Okay, so these are, you're going to start facing forward, and you're going to step out and rotate to the side and do a lunge, and then rotate back to step up, okay? So step out, rotate back. Now, sorry, I got off balance there. When you step out, it's the same position as any lunge. You want that knee in line with the second toe, but not hyperextending, okay? 80% of the weight in your front leg, and you're gonna drop that back leg down to make it more intense, okay? The lower your back leg is, the more intense is the lunge. Then as you push off, you spin back to the front, okay? Let's see, burpees with a push-up. All right, so we did burpees last time. Burpees with a push-up is just, you're gonna do a push-up at the bottom. So the same modifications are still there. You can step out, or you can jump out to do the burpee. I usually drop my knees. Now these push-ups do not have to be really deep. They don't have to be quite as deep as if you're just doing regular push-ups, okay? So a lot of times on these, I won't drop my knees to the ground just so I can kind of start practicing doing a push-up and I just don't go very deep. So you do the burpee, you do a push-up at the bottom, come back in and stand up, okay? But you can drop your knees and do the push-up. And then just raise them back up to come back in. Let's see. All right, single leg deadlifts. So these are the dumbbells. What you're gonna do is you're gonna stand on one leg, okay? And what you wanna watch for when you're standing on one leg is that you're not sagging into that base hip. All right, you wanna keep your hips nice and, you wanna stay nice and tall, all right, your whole body. Now, on a deadlift, I'm gonna show you from the side. You're gonna be bending over, all right? I like to keep the weights real close to my legs because what I don't want is for your back to get rounded. You need to keep your back nice and flat, and in order to do that, you wanna squeeze your shoulder blades together. And so for me, it's easier to keep the weights really close to my body because I want that base leg straight and the back flat. So I can't go very far because I'm not that flexible. You may be able to go farther. It just is however flexible you are. Then you're gonna snap up, and when you do that, you wanna squeeze with your hamstrings and your booty to pull yourself back up, okay? So you're over, you snap back up, and then you bend, and you snap back up. Now the idea here is that you don't ever put this foot down. That's what you're fighting for, is to stay balanced, stay nice and tall, shoulder blades back, you're bending over, you're coming back up without that foot ever touching, okay? Obviously you're gonna lose balance here and there, so you just put it down. But you do that all on one side and then you switch to the other side. All right, tuck jumps in a plank. These are just where you're in a plank position like this, and you're gonna jump your feet in, kind of like the end of a burpee, and back out, in and out. Now what you're fighting for here is keeping your booty down, okay? Obviously you have to raise it a little bit to get your feet in. To modify that, you can step in and out, just like in a burpee. You can also raise your booty in the air if you start to get tired. Squat, you know how to do. All right, reverse lunge with a bicep curl. So we've done the reverse lunge before. That's just where you're stepping backwards into a lunge. Now this time, as you step back, as you sink down, you're just gonna do a bicep curl. Okay? And all the bicep curl is curling your dumbbells up. If you want, start this without weights, just to get the motion, because once you start adding arms as you're doing the lunge, sometimes it's easy to get off balance, or so maybe start it without any weight the first time through, just to kind of get used to the form. And same thing, you're going to do it per side, so you can add that balance in between, okay? All right, mountain climbers you've done before. Okay, plank to plank. You're going to start in a push-up position. I'm going to kind of do it diagonally. You're going to start in a push-up position. And you're going to drop down to your elbows, still maintaining that good plank posture. Push back up, okay? And you're going to alternate which arm drops first and push back up. To modify these, put your knees down and do the same thing, okay? But again, when you put your knees down, don't put your booty in the air. Just put your knees down and keep your hips nice and flat and in line with your back. All right, split squat with an upright row. So a split squat is just basically kind of lunging up and down. Okay, so my hips are just dropping straight to the ground. You have that good lunge form, and all you're doing is an upright row where you're gonna pull your arms up, okay? And you just wanna pull them up till they're parallel to the ground. And you want your forearms in line with your biceps, okay? So you're gonna drop, pull, drop, pull. All right? Pretty simple, right? Squat press, we've done before, right? Yep. Okay, X plank. In an X plank, you are going to be in a push-up position. I'm going to show you like this first, and then I'll get down on the ground and show you. And you're going to bring your knee to your opposite elbow. Okay, so you're going to be doing a little bit of a twisting motion when you're in a push-up position. All right? All right. In your push-up position, bring your knee to your opposite elbow. Okay, alternate. To modify this, you can go down to your elbows, okay? You can do it like that. You can also do it from your knees. It inhibits your range of motion a little bit, but it's fine. You can modify it that way as well. And tabletop swings. Okay, so these are kind of fun. So for the tabletop swings, you've done tabletop before. You start in the same position. Now you're going to try and swing your hips through your arms, okay? So you just keep doing that. In order to get your booty through your arms, you're going to have to really engage that core to get your hips raised up off the ground enough to get them through. At first, these can be extremely challenging, which is fine. Just get your booty as far as you can towards your arms. A lot of people I could only come to about here, and then I would touch. And that's fine. I don't want you to touch though. So as soon as you start feeling like you're gonna have to put weight, go back up, okay? And all you're doing is working, fighting to get that core engaged enough to get your hips through your arms. All right, have fun.